They played at Genesis. Seggo ran it back. I forgot what team. It was like online bracket. He did win that, so they've definitely been going back and forth.
All right, it looks like we are going to be getting into it. Seggo leading with the Zim here, and Zim having some nerfs lately. But Ren Stimpy is in a pretty similar place overall, I think. I mean, I guess hit stun scaling, kind of changes everyone in the game to an extent. It's probably one of the biggest changes we have seen in Naruto so far, outside of dash dancing.
Yeah, totally. Just like so many characters, kind of there's just like so many just interesting things happening metagame wise. But I think Ren Stimpy overall it's made pretty constant. I feel like BlazingPasta definitely seems comfortable with them still. When I watch them.
Oh, and they're scrapping. They're just both going at it. We're seeing both of them cross the stage back and forth, just duking it out. Neither of them scared at all.
Definitely. I think this is like, I feel like the last time they played was before the Zim there got smaller, funny enough. So like, it's like a low-key different matchup.
Yeah, because that was a really defining trait for Zim. I mean, obviously we think of Zim as being a zoner overall, but his ability to play up close was honestly one of the best in the game. Yeah, so for that to be kind of balanced out a bit does sort of cement his role a bit more like solidly as a zoner. Like it really puts him in that archetype a bit more.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree for sure. So Zim's combo game is better though, so that is sort of a trade-off.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Seggo already got 2 stocks, good stuff.
Oh, at 11 there. I mean, Zim is really light. At 150, you expect almost anything to kill. Gotta have the best DI here.
Yeah, that down Sean definitely gonna do it. That bro, he was looking so crazy long. That was crazy.
Oh, Seggo going in there. Gets blazing into the corner. Oh, bashing out of that.
Oh no. Perfect. Yeah, down strong reversal. That's the danger playing Zim, man. Sometimes things can be very volatile. Sometimes things can turn around immediately like that.
Almost 40%, and dude, that dare almost connected off stage. That could have been the end for Seggo, and Seggo instead getting the reversal there, up a whole stock.
Yeah, the Seggo's definitely just been in the driver's seat of this most of the time, though. Definitely just being careful to play neutral, not really get caught out by too many like big hitboxes and BlazingPasta, because we definitely seen him be able to like turn them into big stock wins for sure. But he hasn't been getting that on Seggo this game. Well, maybe I'm so too soon as he gets that one off. Nice.
The sickest hitbox.
Definitely. And up airs that spike, you love him.
I mean, Blazing's definitely an adapter, man. I think anytime you play a character that maybe doesn't have like the best neutral game, you tend to, but like a fair amount of tankiness, you tend to see a bit more of that long-term adaptation in those playstyles.
That's very true. That's something that's like defines Pasta. Oh, the edge guard defines Seggo though. Stop off. This game was. Nah, I definitely feel you though. He already saw it in that game. Like he was just like making so many like, adjustments. That's how Seggo is playing for sure. I definitely can see it being less one-sided at the beginning of that in this game too.
Yeah, and certainly with the stage change in game 2, that might help Blazing a lot here. I mean, Jelly kind of linearizes a lot of things. Like it's very small. There aren't like a lot of platforms to jump to, and that means that Zim, with his zoning tools, can just like control so much of the stage at once. So with Blazing getting a harder read on that and having extra space to move around depending on where he goes, like we might see Erkin, for example, depending on what Seggo bans. This could definitely help him out a lot.
Yeah. Imagine he may leave Erkin on. I think Erkin's still good for Zim, but of course that is Ren Stimpy's probably still his best stage.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, what do you think Seggo will ban here? What's the pick for Zim?
Maybe just getting rid of some small stages like Pie, Jelly, stuff like that, possibly. I'm not sure though.
Get ready.
What?
We're going to sewer.
Really?
All right then, that's really interesting. I'm surprised he left this open.
Yeah, that's a little surprising. This stage recently entered the competitive stage rotation in NASB. Finally, we have some unification between the competitive stage list in the lobbies and the actual tournament stage list that we run. I'm really happy about that.
Nah, definitely. We're running the stage for a minute, bro. Oh my god, this match might just take a minute. How BlazingPasta is going crazy right now.
Oh my god, again? Oh, Seggo trying to reverse it. Wait, can you get the edge guard?
Oh, looks like you can, yeah. So on the edge, but like, I'm so surprised he hadn't banned this because like Zim's arcade character that can be so volatile. Going to this stage too, bro? You can tell, you can definitely just end some stocks so quickly for him.
Yeah, Seggo's definitely gotten a lot of momentum here off that stock, putting on a lot of damage here with his projectiles.
That's gotta hurt.
But it's such a small stage that like you can't keep your opponent in the corner for too long. It's so easy to just push back to the other side. That's what Blazing's doing.
Yeah, in such a small stage like that too, Red knockback also comes into question because like every time that BlazingPasta gets hit, he just puts Seggo off stage in a very odd position. Yeah, just like that. Caught his jump too. That's unfortunate.
On a stage like this, if you're not carrying your opponent all the way to death from those neutral openings, you're in for a big reversal potentially. You got to be really careful.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Neutral does not stay neutral on sewers, not for very long.
Right, bro. It's actually just like one hit. You're in like super advantage. Like you're half in the corner and everything. Which is like most characters. It's like such a crazy stage for sure. But either way, Pasta seals left open, taking that second game.
Yeah, and hopefully Seggo can choose somewhere with a bit more space. You know, Harmonic is out of the question now. Harmonic's been banned, but we do have Cemetery, which we saw when Seggo played against Muskie, for example, that Zim's projectiles were just so good at controlling space on that stage because Muskie didn't really have anywhere to jump to. So being able to control both the air and the ground, like, really limits your opponent's options. So I feel like that flatness could really work out for Zim here. But we'll have to see what he chooses.
Yeah, that's very true. I can imagine that being a good choice for him. Oh, we switched to Jenny though. It's interesting. I didn't think a game one was particularly that bad. I think it's a game two was on the stage, but I mean, maybe you feel more comfortable on the Jenny. That's kind of co-main thing. Sometimes you cool out.
Yeah, I think it can be really hard when you're a dual main, right? Like sometimes it's an advantage because you have more options, but sometimes there's the psychological issue of second guessing yourself.
Exactly. And maybe one of those times. Right now, I mean, Seggo's doing pretty good right now. Pretty good advantage state against him. Granted, that's like Red Stimpy. Disadvantage, not the best. Seggo definitely taking advantage. I already have BlazingPasta at 107%. I'm landing it there. Oh, very same Seggo, bro. Definitely reading where he's gonna land too. That's awesome for sure.
His counter pick definitely working out well so far. He's still putting on the pressure, not taking a big hit yet. And even if he does take a big hit, you know, Zim is in a much more precarious position off stage than Jenny. Jenny's coming back from really far, even off an up air spike potentially.
Right. You have to like edgeguard her a lot for it to start affecting the whole gas mechanic that she has. But just one, yeah, she definitely a lot more room to come back. A lot more than Ren Stimpy though, but I'm so surprised that he managed to drift back to the ledge right there.
Oh my god, at this point he's racked up 100% just off these boxing tools. Really well played from Seggo so far.
Absolutely, yeah. Boss is definitely kind of struggling to make something happen right now. Mr. Down Strong gets punished for it. Not going K KO, but like that's hella high percent. Teeter, yep, that's it.
Well, I guess this character definitely was the play then. And look at this high recovery from Seggo. Oh my god, making it so tricky, but Blazing shutting him down with a downer. Well placed.
Yeah, that thing has like such a huge arc too. It's kind of hard to avoid that. Ooh, up air and spike. They can make something crazy happen with that, but still living. 74% on Seggo, but he's up airing.
Yeah, dropping the juggle a bit there, but getting a lot of extra credit in the process.
Definitely. It's an interesting scene because, like you said, as you said, BlazingPasta is someone who like definitely adapts very well. So maybe just trying to throw that off a little bit. But you're already looking like he may. I figured a couple of things out, but at the same time, it's definitely difficult in the matchup. For instance, I feel like.
And you know, BlazingPasta's adaptation might play to the character pick as well. Like you switch characters on someone, you've got to read on their habits a little bit, but they have to kind of reread your habits a little bit. Some things will carry over, but you know, there's gonna be a lot of character-specific stuff too.
Yeah. Up air spike. Oh, missed the spike in box. That doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. The tongue gets an air up. Upon takes the stock.
I love that. Control the space offstage, limit their options, pick the juggle back up.
Definitely. I love the missile control from Seggo. I think it's like one of the best, like using that neutral beat that Jenny has. You always see him like, pull one now. Add pressure at the beginning of the stock, but it's getting really scary for Seggo right now.
Oh, this could be it. Cool guy going up there.
Winner.
Oh my god, Pasta's crazy with that, bro. Oh my god, like I feel like a complete reversal from what we saw at the beginning of that game, bro.
Yeah, that started off with what, a 4-stock to 2 lead?
Yeah, like literally. It's, I don't know, Pasta, man. Just sometimes he just feels unbeatable, dude. It's so crazy.
Just incredible play for him. He always finds the way to adapt. Like at the start of that game, like Seggo knew how to space himself. Like he was placing the projectiles where he needed to, he was placing the nairs where he needed to. He was recovering consistently, but like as we went on throughout the game, you know, BlazingPasta was getting those reads off stage, figuring out exactly where Seggo wanted to be and just shutting him down entirely.
Yeah, he definitely was, bro. That was just like such impressive advantage play from BlazingPasta. That's like one of the strength aspects of the player. It really just came to show right there. Running it right back to Sweet Dreams though.
Are we surprised by the run back?
I don't think so. I think it's I think Seggo generally would like to have more space against Pasta, but right now it doesn't matter, bro. How Pasta just got smothered him right now, bro. This is ridiculous.
See, that's what I mean. Okay, how did Blazing know to jump right there? Right as Seggo put out the bullet. He jumped and he was in the prime position to get a little bit of damage in, but Seggo picking back up, gets 64% on the board. Oh, what the heck?
Snare. He has a backward tip box, bro.
Smash and nair out.
Sir. Any amount of extra credit will help with BlazingPasta right now. Already has 54%. Oh, he might just get the kill. Down throw. Still too heavy to kill right there. Forward strong the wrong way. That's so crucial. The snare read. Oh my god, Pasta. This Pasta's spicy, bro.
That offstage play right there, he went for the up air spike, and Seggo's been so consistently jumping out of that position. You know, when you get spiked, you kind of panic a little bit. You want to go high right after that, right? And BlazingPasta knew. He knew.
That was so sick. Oh my god, it's looking like down low complete for Pasta right now. What is this? Oh yeah,
he gave up.
He did give up, bro. But sometimes someone just feels so impossible to beat that you just feel like you have options, bro. He's too cool. He's too cool.
He's too cool. He's blazing his way into winners finals here. Amazing stuff.